let's take a look at three-dimensional figures. So a solid is a three-dimensional figure that encloses a space. So when we're talking about solids, we're talking about three-dimensional figures. And then more specifically, a polyhedron is a solid whose faces are all polygons. So a few more words for us to look at. We can see in this picture, a face is a flat surface of a polyhedron. An edge is a line segment where two faces intersect. And a vertex is a point where three or more edges intersect. So let's look at an example and see if we can identify the number of faces, edges, and vertices that this figure has. So first, let's start looking at the faces. Remember, those are the flat surfaces. So we can see we've got one here. Sorry, let me highlight that for you. We've got one here. So that would be one. Here's a second face, a third face, a fourth face, a fifth face, and then in the back here would be a sixth face. So this figure has 6 faces. Now remember, edges are the line segments where two faces intersect. So we can see we've got one edge here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12 edges on this figure, on this polyhedron. And finally, if we look at vertices, remember that's any point where 3 or more edges intersect. We've got one here, 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 and here for a total of 8 vertices. All right, now a couple more terms for us. So we've got a prism, which is a type of polyhedron that has 2 parallel identical bases, and the lateral faces are parallelograms. And a pyramid, which is a polyhedron that has 1 base. The lateral faces are triangles. So for example, if we look at this triangular prism, it's got the 2 parallel identical bases, which are triangles. You can see those here. And then those triangles have lateral faces that are rectangles. And then our rectangular pyramid, okay, you'll notice it's named a rectangular pyramid because its base is a rectangle. And then it has 4 triangular lateral faces that join one another at a single vertex. Finally, let's take a look at drawing a few prisms. It's good to get some practice. So let's start by drawing a rectangular prism. So we can draw identical rectangular bases. I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this one here. And then we want to connect the corresponding vertices. So for example, let me get my ruler. We can see that these 2 vertices are corresponding, so we'll connect those and these and these and these. So now we have our vertices connected. And then finally, we want to change any hidden lines to dashed lines, meaning ones that if we were actually looking at this 3-dimensional figure, we would not be able to see them. So for example, this line back here, we would not see if we were looking at this actual 3-dimensional figure. So I'm going to make that a dashed line. This line as well, we would not be able to see. And this line here. So that helps us see that this is a 3-dimensional figure. Let's try another one with a triangular pyramid. So we'll start by drawing a triangular base as well as a point. So here's our triangular base, and then we want a point above like this, and then we will connect the vertices of our triangle to that point. So for each vertex here, we'll draw a line to connect. And then once again, we will change any hidden lines, any lines we would not be able to see, to dashed lines. So this one here, right, this is on the back side of our pyramid. So we can change that to a dashed line.